It's becoming more common for orchestras to perform movie soundtracks live, combining the experience of hearing a live orchestra playing along with your favorite movies. But how is it done? That can't be easy to line everything up with a movie, is it? That's what I'm going to explore in this video. Keep in mind the company that produces each movie will have differences than others, and I'll try to talk through all potential versions while trying to keep it simple as well. There are several parts to this answer, so let's get the shorter parts out of the way. The musicians receive cue books. These are just like any other books of music they would receive. At the top of the page, or sometimes there will be several cues per page, we'll have the cue number. The first number is the real number, still using old school terms, yep. And today the real number is just something they decide to use, like every 20 minutes, for example. So a 1 would be within the first 20 minutes of the film, and a 2 would be between minutes 20 and 40. The M literally stands for music, just a separator. The second number is the cue number. Occasionally there will be a part 2 or a cue B, and this usually means that music was added in later. Each cue may contain a title as well, which could be some sort of dialogue or a pun based on what's happening on screen. Some older films may have a different number system, like R2P4, which means Reel 2 Part 4. At the end of a cue, some companies have been nice to put a time to next cue at the bottom, and this is greatly appreciated. Off stage, there is one or more sound engineers that mix the audio live. Every section has mics and can be boosted when needed. There may be some scenes where the dialogue needs to be brought up, and they can do that too. These people also work with the conductor to start the movie at certain spots if the conductor doesn't have a tablet to do so, and potentially provide feedback from the hall. Speaking of the conductor, this is where the magic happens. The conductor has a full score, as you might imagine, and they may have access to other tools as well. It seems every time I perform a movie live, the conductor has a different setup. Here's everything that I've seen that the conductors have, but remember, every person is different on their preferences, and not all of these options will be used. To start the movie at a specific location, a tablet could be set up for the conductor to hit a button to go to that spot. This is like choosing a chapter on a DVD, for those that remember what DVDs are, but with far more options since these can include partway into cues. For communication, the conductor may have a small monitor or even a headset to communicate with the sound guys in the back. The biggest thing that the conductor has is the film monitor. This screen contains the movie itself along with visual cues that tell the conductor certain things. You may have actually seen these while watching behind the scenes footage. Streamers are the bar that goes across the screen. Originally, these were made by a pencil marking across the reel in a diagonal. Nowadays, it's just a computer-generated bar. And with things being digital today, streamers can be color-coded. Green means go, or at the start of a cue. Red signals the end of the cue. Other potential colors could include yellow, blue, or orange. They could signal things like specific measures in a cue, tempo changes, or meter changes. Sometimes there's a really important spot in the middle of a cue that the orchestra needs to line up for, and these mid-cue streamers are used for that. Punches are quite simple. Originally, they were just a hole punched in the reel and could signify a specific hit, usually preceded by a streamer. Or they could be used as a visual cue for tempo, showing certain measures throughout a cue. For some conductors, they prefer a click track and could have that shown in the corner of the screen, measure numbers followed by beat number. I haven't personally seen it, but I do wonder what would be shown for odd time signatures. A clock may also be placed. This clock would show a number of things, from the time between cues to elapsed time in the cue if they aren't using streamers or punches for tempo. The conductor's screen can also be slightly offset to the movie on the screen for the audience. This is because the reaction time of the conductor to their screen and the musician's reaction to the conductor. Some conductors will just show the beats ahead of the streamers, but others will have it offset so that they can follow it the way that they like. For longer breaks between cues, the conductor may sit on a stool. And that's the basics behind performing movies live. What other questions do you have? Are you a fan of this trend and want more? What movies would you like to see performed that haven't been done yet? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you all next time.